ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's time once again. It's time for that podcast heard, well, around a few places, by tens of listeners. It's time for the Department of Understanding Humans, the podcast. That's right, the podcast, featuring your ringmasters for the day, that stupendous giggle-snorting gal, Friday herself, Rachel Wynn, and now her co-host actually has a name, that cranky clown you love to adore, Kris Meyer. And on with the show!
D.U.H, Department of Understanding Humans, yeah!
Closer?
I'm so excited. I just can't hide it.
I am so excited. Here, let me bring my little...
Welcome to the show. We're going to try Rusk to the Dawn. Thank you very much. The Schmengi sisters are here. We are here, and we're going to sing this to my mother.
It's Saturday morning at DragonCon.
We are Saturday morning cartoons. Are we really?
We're live.
Oh.
Hey.
Are we really? Wow.
The red light's on.
Red light. We're live.
We're live at DragonCon.
Duh. The podcast is live.
The podcast. The Department of Understanding Humans.
We're back.
We're back for our second
They
year.
actually asked us to come back,
I know,
which
isn't
was
that crazy?
kind of
they
amazing.
allowed us to come back.
Well, yeah, allowed, asked. You know, you can put a spin on it, but
it helps
I like to prefer
know
ask.
people. No, I'm kidding.
Thank you very much for having us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all our tens of listeners for being here. Thank you. Thank you.
Our full gallery that we won't show you.
Of people. We are here once again at DragonCon, Rachel and I, and
Yes.
we have our wonderful guest Bobby Blackwolf with us here today.
Yes.
But before we talk to Bobby, we have to plug some things. It's time
Yes,
to
we
plug
do.
away.
Yes, plug.
And
plug away.
we've got to plug our official charity this
professional
year.
voiceover man is going to do the plugging.
Thank you.
Plug.
We got to plug our official charity for DragonCon this year, which is the American Heart Association. DragonCon is going to match up to $100 raised this year. And if you guys would, while you're around here, 100. I'm sorry,
it's a
I
comma,
read that
not a
completely
period.
wrong. $100,000. Scratch that, reverse it, edit it.
Yeah, it's
Matched up to
$100,000. That's awesome.
I messed that up, so
And you're the professional.
I'm the professional.
Dear Lord.
I generally read the copy like 20 times before, so I wasn't doing my due diligence. But anyway.
You're fired.
Yeah, well, you know, find
You
another
clown.
trained monkey.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Okay. You can donate to the boxes being passed around the room or text to AHA 2019 at 44321. All right, so let's make a difference and do this for the American Heart Association. Thank you, DragonCon, for doing this.
Yes.
On to the show. And look, people are coming in. Hi,
Come on
people.
in.
Come on in. Hi, people.
Come on
Hello.
in.
Hello. More tens of listeners. Tens of
Yay.
listeners. Thank you. Look at these nice people coming in. Where are you from? Cumming, Georgia.
Welcome
Very nice.
to Atlanta
All right.
of Cumming,
Local
Georgia.
people, very nice.
Locals. We love our locals.
So, on to the show. Of course, this is Rachel.
Hi. Hi.
I'm Kris.
This is Kris,
And-
and we are the Department of Understanding Humans.
We're trying to help you understand humanity. Oh. We dinged. I don't know
is
what
the
that
ding?
means. That was me, don't worry. Oh, that's okay.
We dinged.
We dinged.
That's like we leveled up.
And this is Bobby
We leveled
Blackwolf,
up.
of course.
Bobby
And
Blackwolf.
Bobby, you've been doing games and video gaming for a little while. You kind of broke in on the ground floor of things. Why don't you kind of dive in and tell us a little bit more about yourself?
All right, so I've been a podcaster for 14 long years, and I'm here local from Atlanta. So my name is Bobby Blackwolf. I do a podcast called The Bobby Blackwolf Show. Why? Because I am terrible at naming things, but at least Jay Leno can't take my spot. It's terrible for discoverability, but it's great for my ego.
How is it terrible for... Because all they have to do is Google your name.
Yes, but if they're looking for a video game podcast, they don't find me.
Unless
They have to
you
look for Bobby
up
Blackwolf.
VOG.
Name
Yes.
recognition, branding.
Right. Yes. So my branding was terrible in the beginning. I also thought I was only going to do it for like a couple weeks. And here I am 14 years later.
We're going to be saying that in like 15 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
We only thought we were going to do Duh for a couple summers.
Yeah.
And now we're here for like 2 years. Well, so...
So I've been doing it about a month after iTunes added podcasts. There were only like 50 video game podcasts around at the time. And it was I actually did it live. which was not a big thing that happened in 2005. Not a lot of people did it. We did on live internet radio, if you remember Shoutcast.
Oh, yes.
So we were on a Shoutcast radio station every Sunday night. I had IRC for the chat room. I took
IRC, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
For those young people, what's IRC, Bobby?
It's like Discord, but less graphical. Yeah.
It's a chat room.
Hi, I'm over 40, so it just went right over my head with what you guys were just talking about. I apologize, but please, the people at home want to know.
I am just 29, so plus.
Yeah.
A little bit. Plus a little bit. But I've been doing that. It's like an AM radio style talk show about video games. I take live calls as well, so I have the unpredictability of callers. I read chat and everything. And I've been doing
unpredictable callers can be.
Yeah, and especially when they're gamers.
Oh, yeah.
And so I've been doing it every Sunday night at 8 o'clock. This past December, we actually moved to Twitch. So now people can watch me do this all by myself, because I do the show all by myself.
So those mannerisms and things that you do when nobody's watching you, now you have to be careful not to do them.
Right.
Because you're live on camera.
Right, and I have to worry about what shirt I'm wearing.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and
that's why they don't want us on camera.
Right, no, I know.
They don't want
No.
they don't want you on camera.
Yeah, they don't want us on camera.
You see that red light?
Camera.
I know.
That camera's right there.
Hi, live on Facebook.
Why?
Twitch. Actually.
Twitch. Oh,
Yeah.
We're twitching.
Rachel, wrong platform.
I'm so sorry.
Twitch.tv/DC Digital Media.
Thanks
is
for
where
the
you can
heads up
see
on
this
that one.
right
Can you
here.
repeat that?
Twitch.tv/DC Digital Media.
3 times
Twitch.
the charm.
Twitch.tv/
Something.
DC
How you paying
Media.
attention? He's not paying attention.
I'm just here. I was.
How are you supposed to understand me if you don't listen?
I was asked to be here to speak into a microphone, not to read. That's all. Okay.
Well, there was nothing to read.
I
exactly.
apologize. I didn't know that we were going to have to actually ask you to do things this time.
I'm lazy.
But
You'll get over it. It'll be okay.
I'll be over it.
Okay.
I'm over it. Twitch.
All right, see? Twitch.
At DC Media.
And so, and I also co-founded the Voice of Geeks Network. So it's a podcast network of a bunch of shows about geek culture. And we moved ourselves to Twitch in December over at twitch.tv/VOG Network. I started it with my buddy Rob Roberts, who is also here at DragonCon. He's actually from California, so he flies out from Sacramento every year.
That's a good.
But he co-hosts the longest running video game podcast on the internet. I don't care what Wikipedia says. They started in 2002. They're in 17 years on the air.
So
it's called Orange Lounge Radio.
Orange.
I feel
Lounge.
old
Orange
now.
Lounge Radio, yeah.
On the VOG network?
Yes, it's on the VOG network.
So how many radio stations do you have on the VOG network?
Well, we don't have any radio stations anymore.
Okay.
When we moved to Twitch, we actually had a 24/7 radio station that would actually play like geek music, like video game music, anime themes, geek-centric, like the type of stuff you'd hear at DragonCon.
Right.
But we also would air podcasts live at a certain time. So like even though it's a pre-recorded podcast, at 8:30 you'd hear Pod Culture.
Gotcha.
And stuff like that. But the world moved on to Twitch, and so we still have the podcast network, and all of our our video shows are edited for podcasts. So like my audio podcast still exists.
Oh, good. Okay.
But now like we do 3 of our shows move to Twitch and now do their show on Twitch.
Now, when you do your show, you're actually playing games and talking at the same time, or
no,
you're just
these
doing
are
your
talk
show?
shows.
Okay.
So it's kind of like so you remember when like Howard Stern finally went on TV, and it was basically the camera was in the radio studio just watching them. That's essentially what we do.
Okay.
And so, but people are, we want to see you, and I'm like, no, you don't. And they're like, yes, we do. And I said, no, we don't. And they said, third time's the charm. Yes, you do. And so now basically it's just a camera's pointing at me, and I'm talking into a microphone, just kind of like this one.
And how has your response been with actually being with video and audio at the same time now?
They like it because we've done a couple things to enhance the video aspect without sacrificing the audio content. So like one of the things I did, because I'm a software developer at my day job, and I can design web apps, so I can do some overlays and stuff. So we actually still, if you remember, SportsCenter, I don't think does this anymore, but like for a long time, SportsCenter had on the left side the list of like topics they're going to talk about.
Right.
And then like when they would get to the next topic, it would scroll up. So I actually have that going on the side so people can see what I'm going to talk about next, and then it actually scrolls up when I get to that point.
Now, how do you how do you do that and do what you're doing? Like, I mean.
So that's fun.
I mean, like, I've got this in front of me, but I'm really not doing anything with it. It's just sitting here so that I feel like I have a barrier with everyone.
Yeah. So I'm doing the show alone. I'm talking. I've got 2 monitors going because I'll even queue up B-roll. Like, so if I'm talking about a game and I have the game trailer on YouTube, I have the trailer come up, and but I've got what's called an Elgato Stream Deck.
Elgato?
So it's the Stream Deck. It's a 15 key USB keyboard that has LED lights on it.
Oh, like little button.
Yeah,
thingies.
so it's a little button. So
it's a technical term, button thingies.
Button thing, and they light up, and you put graphics on it. So I've got one that says forward, and I hit that button, and that's what advances the thing. So I'll just be like sitting here, I'm like, and on the next story, boom, just hit the button.
That's so handy. Can you come over to my house later?
Maybe.
I've got so much work to do. I need handy help.
How much booze you got?
Well, let me tell you.
Oh, wait, we can't. No mature content allowed before 10 p.m. Okay,
we'll talk about that later tonight.
We'll talk that offline.
So, yeah, okay. Chris?
All right, since you are a video gamer.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about this a little bit. You said you just play games just for the hell of it. You love playing games. Console or PC, what's better for you?
Yes. I play games. I play games, not.
That is a good answer.
Well, I play games, not systems, because I do have a good PC. Because I do a lot with VR, so I've got to have a good PC. I was on the ground floor of the Oculus Rift, like when the Kickstarter. Like I missed the Kickstarter, but I was like right there, right after the Kickstarter. So I had the Dev Kit 1 in 2013 when everybody's like VR. We tried it in the 90s. It sucked. I'm like, no, it's better now. And now
it's way better now.
It's way better now. And it's way better now than it was.
It's more immersive, isn't it?
Yes.
It's like Ready Player One almost.
Almost.
How many? Anybody in the audience? Do you guys do VR at all, or no? Or
been in it?
Gamers? Do you guys play games?
I'm sorry, we're going to have interaction with the people. I always got this look of. Why are you asking me questions?
It's early.
It's early.
It's the box.
It's the box.
And remember, with this, if you when you throw it, do a chest pass, not over the arm.
We're going to implement that.
Threatening you with the box.
Oh, we have a volunteer.
Let's demo.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to ask a question, he's going to do this.
Chest pass.
Oh!
I was trying to.
That backfired on you.
Try to be clever and demonstrate how this is.
You tried to be so
awesome.
slick.
Did you get that on camera?
That's been clipped. Somebody's clipped
Ladies
that on
and gentlemen,
Twitch.
please don't try that at home.
So for the
came in for the mayhem. I'm going.
No, you're fine. Thanks for
So
joining.
for the audio podcast, because now since I do a video and audio podcast, I know everybody listening to your audio podcast is like, what just happened?
What just happened was
What happened was
there's this handy dandy box called a Catchbox, brought to you by Catchbox. It has the DragonCon logo on it, brought to you by Catchbox.
Not available in Arkansas and Minnesota.
This little handy dandy box is filled with foam, and it's quite soft. And the minute you catch it, it turns the microphone on, so we can send it to you guys, and you can ask a question. What just happened, for those of you who didn't see it on camera, was we had an audience participant come in and headbutt the box back over to the guys.
And he knocked that guest.
Knocked over my drink. Luckily,
Thank goodness it was a closed bottle.
I closed the bottle.
And generally it's me that's doing that kind of stuff, so thankfully. Thanks, Guy. Thanks for being the fall. Thank you. I
I'm
appreciate
so
that.
glad that it wasn't me this time, because, I break things. It's just...
Yes,
Woo,
yes,
that's
she
good
has.
stuff.
She's
I
done
break
that.
things, I giggle, snort, as you do.
All that stuff. So
All that good stuff. So gaming. We were talking about gaming consoles
Sorry,
versus
we
PC.
got off track.
So I've got the VR stuff, so I've got a good PC, but I also play a lot of console games. I've got all the consoles, even going back to my childhood. I have an Intellivision and an Atari 2600. And
Wait a minute, do you have an actual Atari 2600?
And yes, and
do you still take the cartridges out and blow on them real good? That was a horrible...
Okay, so
I didn't
here's
mean
the
to do
thing.
that.
Here's the thing. That actually doesn't work.
I know, but it's still fun to do.
It doesn't work. It actually makes it worse because your
Blasphemy.
saliva
You're
gets
getting
on
spit in it and-
Because
Lies.
what actually fixes
Lies
it,
and slander.
No, what actually fixes it is not the act of the blowing. It's the act of actually taking the cartridge out and putting it back in.
Wait a
don't
minute, Bobby,
believe
so
you.
you're saying that blowing doesn't actually help things.
It does
I'm
not
sorry,
actually help things.
Like that to the game. I think
No.
that still works.
It doesn't.
I
I
like
agree
to kind
to
of warm it
disagree.
up and then...
Mythbusters says it's busted.
Okay.
They didn't really, but
Jeez.
I've just made that up on the spot.
Okay, so do you have an actual Atari? I know you just answered
Yeah.
this, but you have an actual Atari 2600?
Do you have
2600,
ET?
yeah. I actually do, and what's funny It's because I actually like have this impressive setup in my house where all those consoles are still hooked up to my TV.
That is great.
And when I take the picture to show people, the game that's on the TV literally is E.T.
No.
That is great.
Do you have Adventure?
I do have Adventure.
I want to play Adventure. I love Adventure.
If anybody remembers
it's my favorite game.
the Atari with E.T., that was the most disastrous game
It was the scariest
ever.
little square pixely
literally,
E.T.
when I
with
show
its
my-
head all weird and it was great though because it was.
He's
Atari.
got it.
So I do have the receipts.
Oh my
Is that
gosh.
when I actually do show the console, it's actually
literally
got
is.
ET on the TV is what
totally
I actually
is.
put on the TV.
That's
Just
awesome.
when I take
Because you
pictures.
could never get E.T. up to the spaceship to try to get him.
No,
I
you
mean,
Yes,
Yeah.
you could. Okay, so here's what you did
Oh,
because
he
here's
beat the
the
game.
thing. Here's the thing. The
Go
actual
figure. The video
original
game guy beat
game
the game.
came with a little hint, like a little guide that nobody gets anymore because all you can buy is the cartridge. But the game, it actually says, okay, switch to game 3, not game 1. So you have to switch it to game 3, and then you turn the difficulties both to, I think, B. And that way, like, the dude doesn't chase you and stuff, and you can actually, like, get to the ship and keep going. But if you play on game 1, that's the hard version.
Okay, and you're talking about the little silver switches that
Yeah.
you have to push on the top
Yeah,
of the Atari
game select.
2600.
Yeah, the game select. You go to
Yes.
game 3.
I loved those buttons and the fake
Yeah.
gold and the fake wood stickers
Yep.
on the top of it and the grooves that
Yeah.
if you spilled a soda in it, you would never get it out.
Yeah,
Oh, good times.
it was.
Sorry, reminiscing back. Okay,
Yes.
so,
I feel so old now.
but no, old is Commodore 64.
And I grew up on that computer too.
I love that computer.
And I
learned how to code on that computer.
I did too.
I made a tree
Yeah.
and it danced. I was so proud of myself.
And did it say I am Groot?
No.
War Games over there learned how to code.
Yeah.
Shall
Would
we
you
play
like-
a game?
Yes, Joshua.
Yeah.
Yes, Joshua.
Well, what else do you want to tell us, Bobby? Anything else you want to? It is your chance. It's your time.
I know.
Plug away.
I know.
Plug.
Just so happy to be here.
Bobby Blackwolf and he's
Well, no. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that's really interesting about this is that I'm local to Atlanta.
Yes.
My
Yeah.
first DragonCon was 1995. I haven't been here every year since. There was a couple years I wasn't able to make it out here. But if you told 1995 me that I would be like in the program with a professional badge sitting on panels at DragonCon, I would have thought you were crazy. And so it's always been an
If you had told
honor.
me 2 years ago that we'd be at DragonCon sitting on
I
a
know.
panel, I would have looked at him and said, "There's no way this is happening," and he would have said, "Chip, they make tornadoes filled with sharks."
They do.
We did.
That
We had
is
that
real.
conversation.
Blowing into cartridges to fix them is not real. Sharknadoes are.
What?
Yes.
No, wait.
Shark-
blowing into.
okay.
Sorry, I was distracted because somebody's buzzing, and I'm like, "Why? Who's buzzing?" It's buzzing here. So wait. Okay. Yeah. No.
I was
tornadoes filled with sharks.
making a
And blowing-
callback joke.
Thank you
I'm
for the
sorry.
callback joke. I was a little airhead moment at the moment. I was distracted by noise. Who's shiny? Shiny.
They're clapping for me in the other room.
Yes. They don't know it, but they are.
They are.
They are.
They are.
The other room is just like they're going crazy over there.
They're
are.
playing D&D or something.
Oh, they're playing D&D?
Roll top. Something
Wow.
tabletop. Table.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something.
Here. There. I roll up. There it
Yep,
goes.
and it's gone.
It's gone.
It's off the table, so whatever
So-
it lands at, it doesn't count. And it's a blueberry.
Yes.
Yes, throw the catch box at the ball that we just rolled off the table. It's right by the bottom of the tripod of the camera that's streaming to Twitch. That sounds like an
To Twitch.
amazing idea.
No. At least the
Do you want them
AC's
to go
working
wrong?
today.
We can make them go wrong.
We can. You want us to break things? We'll
Oh,
break
don't
things.
dare me. We
will
can make
tell-
them go wrong.
Okay, so we do have as part of our podcast that we do. We also acknowledge the fact that there has been another celebrity death. Valerie
Valerie Bertinelli? No, not Bertinelli.
No, not Bertinelli. Oh my God,
Valerie Harper.
Valerie Harper. Oh, I just butchered that so bad. Sorry, Valerie Harper. She passed away yesterday. Yeah, it's sad.
Rhoda.
She was Rhoda. She did a lot of really great things for TV back in the day. She was the first spunky woman. Gotta love her.
Along with Mary Tyler Moore.
Along with Mary Tyler Moore. Yeah. So there's that. And there's a bunch of stuff going on in Atlanta today. So for those of you who couldn't get here without, a pack mule, there is football.
We have
Yep.
football.
Football with helmet and shoulder pads.
They play in the football.
Football.
There's
College football, which is even
Yeah.
worse because I don't know which is worse, college football or NFL. I think college football, they're like, A little bit more than like.
And there our listenership just kind of went.
See you guys.
Yeah, okay. No, but wait.
Well,
wait.
Rachel, been nice knowing you.
I can save it.
Listen, I have to drive back to Birmingham, Alabama, so I do have to face some people. So,
who here has seen Coming to America? Have you seen Coming to America?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
it's been a
who hasn't?
while, but
Yeah.
yes.
They're in Atlanta filming the sequel.
Yeah.
This weekend.
Eddie Murphy,
That's so cool.
Louis Anderson, Arsenio Hall is here. Arsenio Hall is now dressed up like the preacher from the movie. And so there's been photographs of him walking around town in costume. And
I wonder
people don't
where
know
they
that
are
it's
in
him.
town, though, because I'd love to run up to them and be like, hey!
You'd love to tell Prince Akeem, I have you on a dollar bill?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, nobody got that joke. That went over well like a lead balloon.
Your podcast audience laughed.
They did.
That dude in the car listening to you on
Our
the computer.
tens of listeners just shut
Our
off
tens,
the radio.
tens of listeners, and I like saying we have tens of listeners because
We do have
that's
tens.
true. We have
Tens.
tens.
Well, I'm
Tens of
here now,
listeners.
so you have 20s of listeners.
No, I thought it was 11s.
11s.
No, it's 20s.
20s of listeners?
I've been around
20s
14
of
years. You
High
get
five on the
20s.
20s of listeners, yeah. No, that's true, because you've got your tens of listeners.
Yes.
And our tens of listeners. And then
Exactly.
they'll all get together and make baby tens of listeners. Okay, that went too far.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Yeah, rein it in, Rachel. Rein
I'm
it
so
in.
sorry. I'm trying.
Is it time to throw the box?
We should.
I think we should throw the
should.
box.
We should.
Hang
Yeah,
on,
we
wait a
should.
minute.
So,
Yeah, wait a minute.
So, yeah, okay. Oh, you want to duck? Okay.
Throw the box. I'm
Throw
ready.
the box.
Well, you got to wait for somebody to be accepting of it.
Does anybody
No,
have
we're
any
forcing
questions
the box
that they
upon
want
you.
to share with us? Or ask us things?
Anybody have a question? Anybody want to stay a statement?
Anybody?
All right, so I guess you have some
Okay, all right,
questions.
all right.
That's good. Yeah, all right. We're good.
Nobody wants the box? Okay. So,
If our number one fan was here, she'd be like taking the box and
she'd be
running
taking the
around
box. But, I like opening up the floor to questions
I
because
do.
we had great
Audience
questions
participation rocks.
last year, so we want you to be part of the show. So
You remind me of a guy I went to high school with. You have the dimples and everything with the A's hat. Yeah, no, it's good.
Oh,
it's a
yes.
good thing. It's a good thing. It's fine.
we've zeroed in on you.
Did you
You're
just call him an
targeted.
Oakland
You're
A's
part of
fan?
the show.
No, he's got
part of
the
the show
A's
now.
hat. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't mean he's a fan. It just means he has the hat. Like
It's a-
Brewster's Million had it
That's
last year.
Rachel, that's a Braves hat.
It's an Atlanta Braves hat, not an
That's
Oakland A's.
Atlanta.
It's
You
an
live in
A.
Georgia. Wait,
It's an A.
stop. Hang on.
I'm
You
such
live
a
in
girl.
Atlanta, Georgia.
I am such a girl. I
You
don't do
did
the whole
not know the Atlanta Braves
sports
hat.
ball.
I mean, to be fair, it is close to the Row Tide one, except that one doesn't have a mullet, so that's how you know it's the Atlanta Braves hat.
Wait, the Row Tide has a mullet?
Yeah, that's how you tell the Alabama A from the Atlanta A.
One
is
has a
the,
mullet.
the
No, wait a
Alabama
minute.
one has a mullet.
Excuse me, as a resident of Birmingham, Alabama, you cannot tell that right away with the mullet. The Row
Do you have to
Tide
get, like,
fan
really-
no longer
I don't want to
has
get that
the
close
mullet.
to find out if there's a mullet. I don't want to get that
Okay.
close to somebody be like, hey, oh.
You know the Roll Tide fan if you just go, hey, is Auburn good? And then all of a sudden, 20 minutes later, you're still standing there going, why did I initiate this conversation?
Because they're still talking?
Yeah, because they're still talking about how great Alabama is.
Alabama is. Okay. Bama. Row Tide.
Roll Tide?
Row Tide.
Roll Tide. You too?
So I apologize if I insulted you with
Brute.
the A on the hat, being a Braves versus A's, but it's just got an A. Okay, Georgia, yes. They're all A. It's just, I don't know sports ball.
I do.
I don't do ball.
You don't do sport
I don't
ball.
do sports. I don't do sports.
You just said you don't do sport ball.
Sports ball.
I do.
Sports ball, baseball.
Here's where we
I
are,
was-
ladies
I was
and
in
gentlemen.
the
volleyball,
We don't do
baseball.
sports ball.
I don't do sports ball. I'm what?
I was in the band.
You were in the band?
Yep.
I was in drama.
My parents
played
wouldn't let me do
football.
both band and drama, so I'm like, I'll do band.
Band is cool. What did you play?
Drums, actually.
Good. My dad always said to date a drummer because they could keep a beat.
That's right. We do it in rhythm. I'm sorry. It's before 10
Oh, it's
p.m.
before
I can't
10
say
a.m.
that.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, hey, how about those lemon heads? I'm going to eat a lemon head now.
So anyway, yep, people in the next room enjoyed it.
Yeah, they did.
So
It's awesome.
thank you. Shut up. Or probably have somebody angry coming over going, who told us to shut up?
Charles.
Charles?
It was Charles McFall.
Charles McFall?
So last year they had mints. They had those butter mints, the ones that like really big and you eat them and they just kind of melt in your mouth. And you're like,
Now we have lemon heads.
Now we have lemon heads, and the joy of me eating a lemon head.
So we have people from Cumming, Georgia. Yes, Cumming, Georgia. Who else? We have people from Atlanta Braves. Where are you from? You're from here. You're from here.
Sweet.
Person behind him. North Georgia. Alpharetta. Okay.
That's around where I am.
Gentleman in the green shirt. Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh,
And then this whole section. That's just Cumming, Georgia, right here. Okay, so
Sweet.
diverse.
It is really sour.
Microphone throw guy. You. Biloxi. Okay.
Mississippi? Nice.
And then I'd
Welcome.
include the redhead, but that's my wife, so she came with me. So yeah, I know her. She's with me.
Well, for the rest of us who don't know her,
That's my lovely wife right there.
all right.
Constantly.
All the time. Even in the grocery store, she's like, "You big dumb ape, shut up."
You're the source of some of our greatest inspiration in the podcast. You are. She is fodder.
No,
She helps us.
she's
No,
not
she's
fodder.
not.
She does. She helps us.
She
a
does
lot.
give us some really good, like this morning in the car. Yeah. Good stuff. Chick-fil-A. But, shameless plug.
Shameless plug for Chick-fil-A. Thank you for feeding us breakfast, Chick-fil-A.
But thank you for not giving us straws and Splenda. Oh my God, this is so sour.
You're the one that ate it. Here we go.
We knew it was going to happen.
Let's begin the show. See, we can't do a podcast without Rachel either laughing, giggles, snorting. Hi.
Hi, come on in.
Come on in. How you doing? Good. What's your name? Where you from?
Hawaii.
Ty from Hawaii. All right. Ty from
Nice.
Hawaii.
Welcome from Hawaii. Were you getting
Thank you.
some kind of
Aloha.
hurricane or something? Ooh. Oh God. Excuse me. I'm gonna go spit this out.
Wow.
Okay. So anyway, while we pilot the ship here, and Rachel has a moment, but there we go.
That was not on camera.
That was not on camera. We should have gotten it on camera, but you
No,
know.
we don't want to move that
Shouldn't
thing.
have gotten that on camera.
No, don't move it.
Oh
Don't
my
move it.
God. That's lemon heads are sour.
Don't eat it anymore.
Lemon head.
Give me the box. I'm throwing the box.
You're throwing
Give
the
it to
box?
me. My God, we're gonna have audience participation.
You're gonna participate.
And you know what? You're gonna be my target, Atlanta. There you go. Get it.
Oh.
Ask any question that is on your brain. Go ahead.
Oh, yo, what's your guys' podcast? I guess you two are together and you have
Oh,
your
it's
own?
it's him and I, and it's the Department of Understanding Humans, also known as DUH.
Duh. The podcast.
And-
Duh,
and-
the breakfast cereal.
Like my shirt. And I started it along with him 2.5 years ago.
2.5 years. Rachel had an idea and she said, "Hey, do you think this would be good? Because I think it's silly."
I was a 911 dispatcher, and we would get calls, and I'd be like, you know, we have to call out to different departments, the Department of Security, the Department of Traffic, the Department of whatever. And I sat there one day and I said, you know, they need to have some kind of Department of Understanding Humans, because some of these people don't make a whole lot of sense. And I started laughing because I thought it was really smart, because it is.
Because the acronym of it would be
Duh. And then I told him,
And then she told me, and
lemon heads.
she said, "This would just be such a silly idea." I said, "Well, listen, you know, we kind of made the joke about it earlier." I said, somewhere in Hollywood, somebody went, "I have this idea about a movie with tornadoes and sharks. What do you think?" And there were 5 of those movies made later, so this idea just, I don't think it's that dumb. Do you?
So we get together.
Crickets. Okay.
No, it's not a bad idea, Chris.
Thank you.
It's a great idea, Chris.
Thank you.
So now we get together and we talk about nothing. We don't plan anything. We talk about nothing, kind of like Seinfeld, where it's a show about nothing. And this
We talk
year,
about current topics and that kind of
we
stuff.
talk
but
about
still.
current topics if it's worth talking about. When we started, it was during an election season. So we
made fun of that.
We made fun. We are equal opportunity offenders. We make fun of everything. We don't like to take sides because we think that there's more than one side to everything. And so this year, we managed to get Bobby to join us. Thank you, Bobby.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So that's our story, and we're sticking to it.
You say you've been in for 14 years?
Yeah, I've been doing a video game podcast for over 14 years.
What you playing right now?
Huh? What am I playing right now? I got back into No Man's Sky.
Oh,
Thanks to the Beyond update, and it's because I do a lot of stuff with VR. So I tried the VR. I was getting back into it with the VR update that they did. So that's kind of what I'm playing. But I really need to finish Persona 5. I've only tried finishing it for a year, and so that's kind of what I'm playing now.
Right on. Very cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You can throw the box to another person.
If
Or
only if they're
only if
ready.
they're
See, up, here we go.
Look at that.
It always takes
Yeah, our group from Georgia.
Have you, in fact, understood humans better by your podcast?
Yes, actually.
Yes.
One of the things that we did our first year was we had some guests on that helped us focus on depression and anxiety And
Dr. Jeremy, right, from Love Bombs.
Jeremy from Long Distance Love Bombs came on with us.
Great guy, by the way.
He's
if you
amazing.
get a chance, you got to look him up.
And his whole
kind of read his
message
stuff.
is, he's great. He's got stuff on Instagram, and it's Long Distance Love Bombs, and he helped us bring out some more about kindness and treating people as human beings, and the power that brings. With
the ripple effect from him.
Yeah.
If you do one thing, and just one simple thing, it doesn't have to be anything huge, but maybe it'll start spurning out and everybody else will do one thing nice to somebody else and it'll continue and the ripple effect will just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it seems like basic stuff, but the way he portrayed it and talks about it, it's talking to you, it's talking with you, and it's trying to help you understand yourself and just understand people around you. So, yeah, like I said, if you get a chance, Long Distance Love Bombs, look him up. He went from being an oceanographer to being a motivational guy.
Being a motivational guy, and he's got a PhD in oceanography. I can't say it. Oceanography, and he started off with wanting to, save the planet and tree hugging type stuff, but then he realized that people hugging was more important, and it was really, that was one of our best interviews. And we brought him back for a second time, I think. And we've
had him 2 or 3 times, I think.
Yeah. Those are our longest podcasts. Like, we did like an hour and a half with him.
We had to break them up because it was getting to be so long. People were probably going,
oh, it was great. But he's so fun to talk to. And he's so laid back, and he does yoga, and he's got long hair. And he puts it up in a man bun. He's the only guy I know that looks good in a man bun.
He's the only guy with a man bun that I don't make fun of either.
He doesn't like
No, well, there's no reason to be, we're not in 16th century feudal Japan. You don't need to wear your samurai bun and, all that other stuff. Get a haircut. Thank you very much. I know I'm old school. I know.
Yours doesn't count. Yours
all right.
is shoulder length.
You got good hair. It's all right. It's good. Then we've also had from cosplay communities, Wonder Woman, Viva Wonder Woman, and Supergirl 702 with Heartfelt Heroes. Yeah.
And that was really fun. And you want to talk about them?
No, go ahead.
No, go for it.
No, they do outreach to communities and they raise money for charities. And one of the things that I found touching is they go visit children in certain wards of the hospitals out in Las Vegas and the West Coast, and they're trying, I think, to make their way here. But
they're kind of,
let's face it, it's a little hard to get from Las Vegas, Nevada to Atlanta when you're kind of doing this all on your own. And
they work full time.
And they work full time, and all their charity goes right out the door. There is no profit for themselves. Right. It all goes to the kids. So if you get a chance and look them up, heartfeltheroes.com, give them a little donation.
Yeah, they go in cosplay to the wards and play with the kids and love up on the kids.
The burn units, the
so
terminally ill children.
So we've got a lot of
humanity
humanity stuff on our podcast. So yeah, we do actually kind of understand humans a little more, but I also have a background in behavior stuff. So as a 911 dispatcher, and just as my history, what?
I do not. I don't have a background.
He's more the Don Rickles of things. But people just want to be seen. And sometimes that's all you got to do is see them and
be seen or be heard.
Yeah. So, good question. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we're wonderful enough people. I hear the people wanting something. It's us.
It's us. They're with the walls keeping them at bay. So, next question.
Next question.
Anyone?
Who has the box?
Anyone? Bueller?
Anyone? Oh, yay.
Yeah, into that.
Keep talking there.
All right. 911.
Yes.
What was your funniest and what was your scariest calls?
Oh. Okay, funniest call. Funniest call was, it actually wasn't my call, but I had to help dispatch on it. And a woman called in. I have to remember the details because I don't want to give anything away that could be a violation of my non-disclosure. A woman called in because she could have sworn that her neighbor stole her chicken. Now keep in mind, we're in a metro city that will not be named. It's not Atlanta, but we're in a metro city. And she wanted...
Jimmy Earl stole my chicken again. I want you to arrest him.
Right, but it was still... So she thinks... And one of the reasons why she thinks that she stole her chicken is there's a mound of dirt that's fresh in the grass. And she could swear that the neighbor stole the chicken killed it and buried it in the front yard.
There is fresh dirt. There was a voodoo ritual. They stole and killed my chicken.
There was a chicken somewhere in this yard. So what made it funny, not just the call itself, was the officers on the radio started playing with us in dispatch. And we're like, dispatch to 25, can you confirm anything about this call? And one of the officers comes up and says, 25 to dispatch, yeah, there is nothing foul afoot. We do believe that the chicken did cross the road. And we just sat there and we're like, I can't put that in my call notes. Oh, yeah, you can. Hey, Sarge. So that's our funniest. And our officers did a lot of stuff like that. My scariest had to be also one of my proudest phone calls because I kind of look back on this and go, yeah, that's why I was there. A father called in because his 14-year-old daughter was passed out on the bathroom floor and he didn't know what was wrong. And I had to help him do CPR over the phone. And my guys were en route with EMS and they got there a few seconds after he revived her because I was helping him do CPR over the phone. And that was scary for me because I was like, this little girl has so much life in front of her. And if I don't get this right, he's going to have to deal with more than just me on the phone right now, And I could hear her gasp. And that was pretty darn scary. So yeah. Good question though. But I wouldn't change it for the world. I would totally do it again. Hi guys, welcome.
Welcome.
Hi everybody that just came in. No,
don't be sorry. Welcome.
No, it's cool. Welcome to the Department of Understanding Humans.
Yeah.
By the way, great Melisandre costume.
I love that.
And my
Agent
guy
of
drinking
S.H.I.E.L.D.?
water back there. I want your hat. Where did you get the hat? No, you're not leaving here without giving me the hat. I'm sorry.
No,
I don't care. No, there's no argument about it. You're giving me the damn hat.
No, just tell him where you got it. Don't
Sir, how
give it
did
to
you
him.
get the
He can
hat? I'm just giving you a hard time.
There's a vendor over.
We're going to have to go get
Disappointing.
those hats. There's a vendor
Disappointing.
over
You couldn't
somewhere
remember
in
to tell me where the
America's-
hat is.
Yeah.
That's okay.
America's Mall.
Yeah.
We'll get back to you and make more fun of you. It's okay. You sat way in the back. No, I'm zeroing in on you
So
now.
that door does work if you want to get away from him.
Don't listen to Bobby.
Shut up.
You're in the room. You're staying in the room for at least 20 more minutes because that's
How much?
kind of how long we have.
It's kind of how long we have. All right. Who wants the box next?
Anybody else want to ask questions? Box
Ask
questions? Anything? No? Maybe?
No, maybe,
Anyone?
yes,
Where are y'all
no.
from? Excellent.
Virginia,
Welcome
nice.
to Atlanta. Is this your first time?
First
Oh,
time.
wow. First time to Atlanta or first time to DragonCon?
So we have Melisandre and her bodyguard.
Agent
Nice.
Field?
On vacation.
It's a place. Yeah. Tahiti.
Tahiti.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic.
Good. Thank you.
And then
It's awesome.
my guy that I'm picking on
The
in the
fish,
back.
the fish head, and is that Pikachu?
We can't see because of the camera. Oh, Pikachu hat.
That's awesome.
Nice. Where are you guys from? Virginia. Okay.
Welcome. Welcome
East
to Atlanta.
Virginia and West
East
Virginia,
Virginia.
right here.
Is that like next door to each other
Yeah.
by a street? Can you actually do that in some of these? It's all one.
Virginia.
Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah. So next year I'm just going to dye my hair blonde so I have an excuse. Like, I don't know what 2 and 2 is. Can you please explain that, Chris?
No. Don't do that.
Well, come on.
It's 22.
No.
It's 11. 1 and 1 is 11.
2 and 2. I said 2 and 2.
Oh,
I said 2 and 2.
shows you how much I'm paying attention.
See? I said 2 and 2.
How can you understand humans if you don't pay attention to them?
I haven't had enough booze yet.
Touche.
I'm functioning.
What have you gotten me into?
I haven't gotten you into anything. You volunteered.
You wanted to be here.
I did.
We asked. We said, hey, can we have some of these people?
Can we have a
And Bobby
guest?
went, oh, yeah, sure. I'll come over and hang out with you guys.
A guest that has, by the way, his own trading card.
Yes.
It does.
We have trading cards here on the digital media track.
That's awesome. I
Looks
need to
just
get some
like
of
him.
these. How did you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars?
I don't know how they determined the stars because
There's stickers. Look, there's stickers on here. No, I'm teasing.
no,
It's
but
like
some
the
of the
lotto.
people that have trading cards do have like 0 stars and 2 stars. I'm like, that's got to suck.
Every- Yeah, I guess.
But I have zero charisma if you look at the stats on it.
There's a fellow in the back. I'm sorry, sir. Go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
Oh, is it?
Oh, it's how many years you've been to the con.
Oh, so we would have 2 stars because this is our second con. So he's got 2 charisma for broadcasting, 1, what's INT?
Intelligence,
and minus 2 charisma for software development.
So there's my 0 charisma right there.
Oh,
Gets
I
better.
see. 2 dexterity, plus 2 dexterity, plus 1 strength.
Yep.
And that's for gamer.
Mm-hmm.
And then geek, you have plus 3 intelligence, minus 1 strength.
So 0 strength, but 4 intelligence.
But 0 charisma.
And 0 charisma.
That sounds like a bad ET line.
Yeah.
0 charisma, Sina Supremus. 0 charisma, Sina Supremus.
Mm-hmm.
0. No. We were just talking about ET.
I know, but still. I'm just being difficult because I want to be difficult with you today. Because that's my milieu. It's why you have me here. See, we're going to make her laugh. Hang on.
Gets the snort out.
In our show, Rachel has fits with giggle snorting.
I do.
And then we have like 5-minute periods where she's...
Because I start laughing so hard I can't stop. Don't look at me.
The glasses have come off.
Because my eyes are watering.
It's okay. We'll
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Are you done?
No. Yes, I'm totally done.
Who has the box? You know, I think we need to hear from the fellas in the back, our gentleman in the back who actually knew.
The fish heads,
maybe the fish head who's stealing all the water. I don't know. Oh no, you're leaving? Say it ain't so.
It ain't so. I said it.
Come back.
Can you yeah. Thanks.
There you go.
On a serious note, how many years you been podcasting then?
Is that for us or for Bobby?
Well, I already know Bobby.
Yeah, he knows me.
So we've been podcasting for 2.5 years.
2.5, yeah.
3 years. We'll just say 3 because we started.
Might as well round it up.
2016.
So how many episodes are you in?
This
72.
Well, including our mini-sodes, we have 80.
So I think I heard a little bit about your Genesis story, but I'm always curious. What was the moment that really made you say, I need to do a podcast?
We get really weird with each other. We used to game together. As you can tell. We used to game together. And we would get on Skype and laugh and have a good time. And I moved to Atlanta and I had nothing to do one day. And so I said, hey, what do you think about this? And so we just started chatting because I was having questions. I don't like to follow the news because it's depressing. And so I would ask him questions like, okay, so if this candidate's running and they're doing this, how come they're not getting in trouble? Or if this candidate's running and they're doing this, how come they're not getting called to the table? And so we would have these conversations, and it turned out that other people were having these questions too. So we thought we would just record it and start sharing it with people. And it turned out to be really, really funny. And so after about 3 episodes, we just kept doing it.
And then we...
and here we are.
Yeah, and then here we are. We started kind of doing just informative topics and, that kind of thing.
We actually did research and planned.
And then people went, no, that's a little boring. We don't want to listen to that.
Because they liked us when we went off script and we would act stupid.
When we would just kind of be ourselves, seems like people really enjoyed it and liked it. And then our turning point episode, really, I still think is our April Fool's episode, where
was that the April Fool's episode?
It was the April Fool's episode. We did a story about panda porn. Okay, now everybody's kind of going, what? Wait, whoa.
It was like episode 19 or something like that. It was in our teens.
It's semi-mature, but it's not total mature.
Panda, and then
what they're doing in zoos now is they're showing certain films, and some zookeeper discovered this on accident. Okay, yeah, you make your own assumption there. And the pandas now are getting a bit more interactive with one another instead of being lazy.
They're saving the panda population
and they're saving the panda population. I'm not making this story up. There's looks upon people's faces going.
When he told me this, I was like, "You are kidding me!" And he's like, "No, it's happening. It's happening." And it's,
if you don't believe me,
people dressed up in panda costumes on film, and it's making them randy, and they're having babies, and it's saving the population.
So the pandas that are just getting lazy, having bamboo, and going, yeah, I don't want to do anything. Thanks.
Yeah, why would you want to do anything?
I'm enjoying room service. Oh, what's that on TV?
I can play in the pond.
Oh.
What's up? How you doing?
Okay.
Panda.
So a lot of podcasters have challenges growing your show. So what did you guys do to actually reach an audience? How did you build that community. It sounds like you've got a community if you're getting feedback.
We've got tons of listeners.
We've got tons of listeners. I opened the window. I said, "Listen to our podcast." But no, I think it's just we just chose guests kind of based on wanting to have decent people on the show and not just people with substance. I guess is the way to answer that question. We wanted people with substance that had something to bring. Yeah, we'll stroke the ego a little bit, Bobby.
Bobby's got substance.
Thankfully, these are double doors, so my head can get out when I leave.
Can get out. No, we did have some guests that kind of.
We had a couple guests.
Yeah, we had a couple guests that we just went, wow, why did we do this?
I think Facebook and Instagram have been kind of our reach out for getting
Twitter
our
too.
Twitter.
We're starting to kind of do. She does more Twitter than I.
I do tweet.
We twit.
So I take it the show is still largely not structured.
It is still largely non-structured. In case, I don't know what you're, how you.
But it seems like people enjoy that. So why mess with the formula that people enjoy? I mean, let's face it. Coke looked at that, and
whatever works for you. There's no rules.
Yeah, I mean,
thank you. We appreciate that.
There and he can attest. There were times where after I would get, because we started this, we taught ourselves.
Yeah.
I didn't go out to classes and I didn't join Podcast Atlanta until we were already a year into our podcast. And so I didn't have other podcasters in my circle asking questions for a while. And so we didn't know about Libsyn and Blubbery and
Blueberry.
Blueberry. Sorry. I say blubbery. Because you blubber, you blah, blah, blah,
So you don't know who they are, okay.
Hi guys, I'm sorry. Are you with Blueberry?
Yeah, they're the sponsors of the track.
Hi, this is me.
Hi, guys.
They're the sponsors.
Okay, I'm laughing with you.
Boy.
I'm so sorry.
That's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't have my glasses.
So kind of inconspicuous back there. Yeah, hi, we're the sponsors of the cast. Thanks for just butchering us.
Questions. That's like talking about Star Wars and Mark Hamill's in the back of the room. I'm such an idiot.
Here we go. Now, you see what we've started? She's not going to stop.
You have a ringer in the back helping you out.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you. Sorry for butchering your product.
I'm so sorry.
Who's next? I know someone's got.
Somebody's got a question. Come on.
These guys right here.
Oh, she'll take one more. All right. Yay!
These guys rock, and I won't tell you what podcast platform we're on because it's done.
It's just on the TV behind us.
I'm an idiot.
I'm the idiot in the duo here,
And I'm the smart one because I knew exactly who they were, and I didn't say anything.
You had prior... Yeah, get out of here. You had prior information. That's worse than a wrestling script. Get out of here.
Lipsy. Oh, God.
Beautiful. On to the
But at
question.
least you said their name right.
Go ahead.
How do you pick guests for your podcast? And how many of you how many do you have on average? What do you do?
There's shameful things that I've done. For
Kris has sold himself for a few guests. Sorry, Nicole. I'm so sorry. So
it's a fire festival thing with the water. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
What t-shirt contest?
I'm not proud of what I've done for guests.
Oh God, I hurt so bad.
No, we outreach to, like we said, to some people that we think have merit. There was one person, we're not going to say their name, but we reached out to them, and they're pretty well known, and we got a reply back, not from their people, their people's people, but the people's people, a third party of the people. To the people, to this person.
It was like talking to the brothers, cousins, uncles,
right.
mothers.
We talked to the dog walker,
divorced
pretty much.
wife from the second marriage of the third cousin from the fifth marriage of the left, right.
Now the message was, we'd like to have you on our podcast as a guest. Whatever works for you around your schedule would be fine. We are very flexible. The statement was, yes, thank you very much. We don't have time for that. Now notice in the beginning I said, we will work around your schedule.
You got to pee
Whatever
sometime.
time is flexible for you, we're good. Nah, no time is good. So, yeah, like I said, we're not going to mention that person because why?
But most of our stuff, it comes from our social circles.
Right, our
live
social
here-
circles and
I live here in Atlanta. He's in Birmingham. He
Atlanta
does,
Light.
and there's his wife. And he does voice acting, and I work in IT. And so we both have different interests, which put us in different circles. So I found Long Distance Love Bombs. He found Heartfelt Heroes. He found another gentleman who shall remain nameless also, who came on, and it turned out to be a very interesting podcast for an hour of egos. But, you know, and we found them on Facebook or on Instagram or on Twitter, and they do something that catches our attention. And so we want to share that. And a lot of what we did early on, and we're going to start doing again, is now that we have our fingers more in the podcasting community, we have found podcasts that are starting. We have found people who have messages like Long Distance Love Bombs or Heartfelt Heroes that we want to help get out there. And one of them, I actually had a couple people that I got to deal with that have had struggles with anxiety and depression, and bringing them on shines a light on mental illness. So we've had a couple people that we try and bring that in and help them. Because it actually, some people have found that podcasting helps their anxiety. Like, I have social anxiety. And so this is a big deal for me to be here. And this helps me because I have the computer in front of me, you know. And so we reach out and we try and, the things that we try and share with other people and bring that out of them. So I don't know if that even answered your question. But everywhere, we find guests everywhere. If they want to be on our podcast, we'll let them on our podcast.
Why? Do you want to be a guest?
You want to be a guest?
All right, awesome. We'll get with you later.
We'll have our people call your people, which means we'll talk
the
after
people's
this.
people. And I'll be the people's people saying we nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh, God.
I mean, anybody else got questions? Phil, come on, Colson. I know you got a question. Come on. He's shaking his head at me like, no,
So
God,
I
leave me
liked
alone.
how earlier you're like, yeah, Coke messed with the formula, and we all know how that goes. And I sit here and I'm drinking my Diet Coke. You do know this is new Coke.
Wait, what?
Yes. So new Coke. So Diet Coke is a different formula from Coca-Cola Classic. I'm in Atlanta. I'm a mythical Atlanta native, so I know this stuff. So Coca-Cola Classic is a different formula. They created a different formula for Diet Coke in like the 70s. And then in the 80s, they're like, what if we add sugar to it?
And made it like
so
Pepsi.
that's new Coke, is the Diet Coke formula with sugar. And Coke Zero is the Coca-Cola Classic formula without sugar. So this is new Coke.
But it's got aspartame in Diet Coke.
Mm-hmm.
It's what? It's fake. It's Diet New Coke. It's sugar-free.
That'll be on Stranger
New Coke.
Things sooner or later.
Yeah.
Coke or Pepsi?
Yeah,
Coke.
You're in Atlanta.
I
What the hell?
know.
Coke.
But that was
Coke. Listen, no.
products.
Coke.
I know.
No, Pepsi,
I was
no,
just
Pepsi.
saying. Oh God, I'm saying the names wrong. I'm bringing up topics that are wrong. I'm just.
I mean, last year one of the people in the audience asked us about best French fries that we thought and something else. And
Oh yeah.
what did you say? You said Arby's, and people just went.
No. I said Five Guys.
No, I said Five Guys.
I said Five Guys.
I think
say
you're
Five
wrong.
Guys.
I say Five Guys. Anybody else?
We're both right.
We're both
It's Five
right.
Guys.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. In-N-Out Burger is on the list too. I'm
Do we
with you
even
right
have an
there.
In-N-Out in Atlanta? We don't,
No.
do we?
See, In-N-Out.
Because it's in and it's out.
Well, Bobby, do you have anything else you want to plug?
No, I'll go ahead and just kind of replug my podcast.
Plug your podcast.
So, because some people came in, which was awesome. So my name is Bobby Blackwolf. I've been doing a video game podcast for over 14 years. It's called The Bobby Blackwolf Show. Jay Leno can't steal my spot.
Yay, Jay Leno.
But
But
than
he
that,
will. He'll
But he
try.
will.
He'll try.
He'll try.
And I'll be like, you got to change your name to Bobby Blackwolf.
Bobby,
and he's like,
I want to take a show.
no.
I'm bored at home. I can't play with my cars anymore. I want to take a show. What do you say, Bobby? Come on.
Can I have some of those cars?
No, not really.
Okay, well then no. So, and I'm on the Voice of Geeks Network, vognetwork.com. I've been doing my show live the entire time. So I just did episode 674. So it's every Sunday night at 8 o'clock.
Did you skip 666?
No. That was a very evil episode.
I bet.
I can't remember what I talked about, but yes, it was a very evil episode. So I do it on Sunday nights.
Evil
We
fruit
moved
of
to
the
Twitch. So it's on twitch.tv/VOG Network. You can actually just watch me talking to a microphone. about video games, and sometimes I'll have like video running in the background. Like I'll be shooting video from DragonCon, and I'll have that on the screen. And I just went to Gen Con, so I had a lot of Gen Con videos up. So I do that Sunday nights at 8:00 at twitch.tv/VOG Network. And we actually have the Blueberry people allowed me to put some of my flyers on part of their table. So thank you so much for that.
Blueberry. Repeat after me. Blueberry.
Say it again.
Blueberry.
Libsyn.
One more time.
Blueberry.
Third for the hat trick.
Libsyn. Blueberry.
I got you, Rob.
See, he's plugging away for you.
I'll never mess that up again in my entire life. As a matter of fact, we're going to change platforms after this is over.
Winning.
There you go. We do have time for more questions if anybody has questions. Are we going to move to Blueberry? Yes. After
we'll
butchering the product sponsor,
we're just going to go ahead and buy it on all the podcast platforms. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to buy them all. I'm going to go win the lotto and buy them all.
We have been very appreciative of our people here today.
Yes, we have. Thank you guys.
There's also listeners we like to thank, like our number one fan, Susan.
Thank you, Susan.
Our number one fan, Susan.
Poop is on the way to you.
And I've also been told that I have to have a special message. Hail Hydra. So I've been given that phone message. Don't hate me. Sorry, Phil. Don't hate me. Hail Hydra. See, I have to, and I got to say it a third time. Hail Hydra. Anyway, and look at the camera and do that. So Phil, don't hate me. Okay?
Don't. He's getting his thing out.
Do you have a badge? Seriously?
He's gonna badge you, dude.
Holy smokes!
He has
you got a
stinking
badge?
badges.
Get out of here! You got a card. Come here. Hang on. I gotta get the card. Come here. We gotta show this.
That's awesome.
That is great. Where did you get this?
Did you make that? That's awesome.
I want one.
You can make these online.
You can make Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. badges.
Well, the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. badge was really cheap. You can shop around this like $25.
Wow,
and
that's awesome.
But these, when they came out with the show, there was a place to go and print them out online. You could type in all your information and you could print it out, and I just laminated it.
That's awesome.
That's badass.
So, gotta watch my mouth. 10 o'clock.
I got it. What? How much time we have left? We have 5 minutes.
Time. Do it.
What do you want me to do? Did I read it? Oh.
Do we read it? We read it. We read it again.
Read it again. Okay. We're going to plug the charity.
This time, remember that it's a comma, not a decimal.
We're going to plug the charity. Here we go. We're going to try take 2. This year's official charity is the American Heart Association. DragonCon will match up to $100,000. I did it right.
Good monkey.
So you can donate in the box that's going to be passed around the room, or text to AHA 2019 to 44321. That is 44321. This is going to help make the community a difference. Every donation helps. Little, small, big, great, medium,
pint size.
Give what you can. It's a great charity. It's a great association, and it actually helped my Uncle Vince, the American Heart Association.
Did it really?
So yeah, it did. It extended his life another 5 years. So
that's awesome.
Vincent.
Yep.
Anyway, anything else? Are we good? What? Bobby's
you want to be invited back, right?
Yeah. Well, we got to open up the DragonCon app and rate our panel.
5 stars.
5 stars. Please rate
Give
us
us
5
stars. Like us, please. God, like us.
God, leave comments. Please like us. God, love us.
The fish guy with the.
Don't hate me because I can't say blueberry or Libsyn. Can't say it again.
I'm done.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Are we
Bobby,
good?
thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
We're good?
Are we still live?
We still live?
40 minutes to do this.
Can I have my blueberry back?
Oh, that's hers. Yeah, give her. Okay. For God's sake, she butchered the name. Give her the blueberry back.
Live, are we?
Yeah, you're done.
Yes.
Yeah, we're done. We are not live.
Thank you, not live.
Thank you for being here, people.
Oh, thank you guys for coming in. Thanks for joining us here at the Department of Understanding Humans, also known as DUH. Just remember, This is our circus. These are our monkeys. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and other social media outlets. You can find all of our podcasting streams and feeds at our website at www.dewebsite.com. That's D.U.H website.com. Thanks again for joining us, and have a great day.